Have you ever noticed that your mind is like 90% of the time in the past or future? You're either fantasizing about the future or regretting the past. And this is actually something that all people do. But Jung had an interesting idea about this. He said there's actually a real reason why we're all doing this, and it's not what you think. So let's take a look at it. We all want to be happy and fulfilled in life. We try different things to achieve that. But sometimes it feels like no matter what we do, we never really get there. We might have moments of happiness or satisfaction, but they're always temporary, and then we find ourselves wanting more. According to Carl Jung, one of the reasons for this constant feeling of wanting more is that we are living in a state of constant forgetting. Jung believed that we have a tendency to forget our true nature, our deepest desires, and our potential. We become so caught up in the details of our everyday lives that we lose sight of the bigger picture. We forget who we really are and what we're capable of, and this forgetting, according to Jung, leads to a feeling of emptiness and dissatisfaction. It's like we're chasing after something that we do not really understand, and we do not know if we'll ever catch it. So how can we break through this forgetting and find the fulfillment that we're looking for? One way Jung suggested was to pay attention to our dreams. Dreams, he believed, are a direct connection to our unconscious mind, where our true desires and motivations lie. By paying attention to our dreams, we can gain insight into what we really want out of life. Jung also believed that we should pay attention to the symbols and archetypes that appear in our dreams. These symbols can give us clues about our subconscious mind and help us to understand ourselves better. For example, if you keep dreaming about flying, it could symbolize your desire for freedom or independence. If you keep dreaming about water, it could represent your emotions or your subconscious mind. If you keep dreaming about animals, they may represent different aspects of your personality or instincts. Jung believed that by understanding these symbols, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our true desires. This can help us to break through the forgetting and start living a more authentic and fulfilling life. Another thing we can do to break through the forgetting, according to Jung, is to engage in active imagination. Active imagination is a technique where you allow your mind to wander freely and explore different images and ideas. This can help you to tap into your creativity and imagination, which are closely linked to your unconscious mind. Jung believed that by engaging in active imagination, we can access our true selves and start living a more authentic life. Now, these techniques are just a couple of the many tools that Jung believed could help us break through the forgetting and find fulfillment. But now, we need to understand why this happens in the first place. According to Jung, this forgetting is not accidental. It's actually part of a larger process that he called individuation. Individuation is a journey towards wholeness and self-realization, and Jung believed that we all go through this process at some point in our lives. As we grow and change, we encounter new experiences and challenges that shape our beliefs, values, and behaviors. We learn from our experiences, and we incorporate that knowledge into our understanding of the world. But in doing so, we also lose a part of our innocence and naivety. We become more aware of the complexities of life and the limitations of our knowledge. And this can lead to a feeling of discontentment. We feel like we've lost something important, but we don't know what it is or how to get it back. Jung believed that this process of individuation is necessary for us to grow and mature, but it's also a source of great suffering. As we move forward in life, we encounter more challenges and we continue to grow and change. We meet new people, experience new things, and learn new lessons. But with each new experience, we also lose a little bit more of our innocence and naivety. We become more aware of the suffering in the world and the limitations of our own abilities, and this can lead to a feeling of hopelessness. It's like we're constantly losing ourselves, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. But Jung believed that this is not the end of the story. He believed that through this process of individuation, we can also become more whole and complete. We can integrate our experiences and learn from our mistakes. We can find meaning in our suffering and use it to make us stronger and more resilient. And this can lead to a feeling of fulfillment. It's like we've lost ourselves, but in doing so, we've found something even greater. Jung believed that this is the ultimate goal of life, to find meaning and purpose in our suffering and to use it to make us better. This is a powerful idea because it gives us hope when we're feeling hopeless. It reminds us that even though we're losing ourselves, we're also finding something greater in the process. It calls us to embrace the challenges of life and to use them to make us stronger and more fulfilled. So if you're feeling lost or hopeless right now, remember that you're not alone. It's a part of the human experience, but don't give up. Keep going. Embrace the challenges and use them to make you better. You may not see it now, but in the end, you'll find that it was all worth it. Another reason why we live in the past or future is something Jung called psychic inflation. Psychic inflation is basically like a defense mechanism that we use to protect ourselves from the present moment. Like when we are faced with a situation or feeling that's too painful or uncomfortable to deal with, we escape to the past or future to avoid it. For example, let's say you're feeling really lonely. Instead of acknowledging that feeling and trying to find ways to connect with others in the present moment, you might escape to the past and dwell on memories of times when you were happy and had close relationships. Or you might escape to the future and daydream about a time when you'll be successful and fulfilled, thinking that will make you happy. Jung believed that this kind of escaping behavior is not only a way to avoid dealing with the present moment, but it can also cause us to lose touch with reality. When we spend too much time in the past or future, we start to create a false sense of self that's not based on who we really are in the present moment. Imagine, for example, that you're someone who spends a lot of time reminiscing about the past. You might start to believe that you're the same person you were in the past, even though you've changed and grown in many ways since then. Or let's say you spend a lot of time daydreaming about the future. You might start to believe that you're the kind of person you want to be in the future, even though you're not living up to those standards right now. This kind of escaping behavior can lead us to feel like we're not good enough or that we're not living up to our potential. And it can make it difficult to make positive changes in our lives because we're not really living in the present moment. So what can we do to overcome this tendency to escape to the past or future? Jung suggested that one way to do this is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present and aware of what's happening in the present moment without judgment or distraction. When we're mindful, we're focused on the here and now, and we're open to the experience of the present moment. Another thing we can do is to focus on what we want to create in the future instead of escaping to the future. To do this, we need to take responsibility for our actions in the present moment and make choices that align with our goals and values. This can help us to stay grounded in the present moment and make positive changes in our lives. It's also helpful to talk to someone about our tendency to escape to the past or future. Talking about it can help us to become more aware of the behavior and make positive changes. Overcoming the tendency to escape to the past or future is not easy, but it's definitely possible. With practice and support, we can learn to live more fully in the present moment and create the kind of life we want to live. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos on psychology and mental health. Thanks for watching.